have a lot of money for you to come back to school and study and still take care of yourself without any salary on the side, or you just gave up kabisa on the dream of ever becoming a consultant or furthering your studies. Now, majority of us actually fell on the latter latter category of probably just giving up on the, because you tried, you fought a few things, and then you realize, well, most of those people in med school are usually these bright people from very poor background. So ukimwekea pressure, you have to make money for yourself and then go back and pay the fees. And you saw the other day the fees were also raised astronomically. They shot from wherever they were to more than 4 times what people are paying initially. So everything now, it's like everything works against you. So the issue of interns, personally, let me say that the occupation of MOH, mimi kesho nitakuwa, I will show up. I will be at Afya House. Anyone who is, and I'm hoping will be like a big number, because I think in this country we've realized that this is probably the only thing that will now make heads to start rolling. We need a cleanup of the Ministry of Health. There is a lot of laxity there. There's no work that is going on. It's like the ministry has neglected what it is actually supposed to do. Now, I want to state that interns are actually doctors, and hii mambo ya kusema ati other interns are not being paid, I think Kenyans can see beyond that bullshit. I've seen the way people talk, the way people address this issue, and I am convinced that Kenyans are wiser than the government bloggers. Forget about Kina Itumbi. Whenever there's anything to do with health, usually the first casualty of anything like this is usually the truth. So the bloggers of Wagava, they will work on ensuring that whatever propaganda is circulating is actually strong enough to convince a few people. And they have succeeded so far. Because I remember in 2017, the rumor that was going around, and it was even published on Citizen TV, was that I think interns were earning 391,000 shillings. Those were ridiculous figures. You watu home wanacall, wanasema, we mzee, pesa yote unapeleka wapi bana? Kila mwezi unalipwa 391k. Now, beating such kind of propaganda requires also requires the opposing wing, which is now the wing of us who can actually tell this truth, to be strengthened also, so that anything that is thrown by the other side, we can counter it with facts. Now, the issue of pay has never been an issue. It is what the government brings about because it's convenient to show the public that these doctors do not really want to work. All they think about is money. In the list of things that took us to the recently concluded strike that lasted, I think, 56 days, there were 19 items on that list. Those 19 items, the issue of pay was just on, I think, 2 things. The others were fundamental issues that should be tackled by a government that is functional. Things like staffing of hospitals, things like payment for registrars who are working in Kenyatta and the other places. The thing that was floated around was how interns now demand over 206,000, and I think Kenyans have never had an issue with what doctors are. I think we are where you actually get paid on merit. If someone goes to school for 6 years, 5 years, completes that rigorous training, becomes a doctor, and is actually taking care of patients in a